Hello YouTube, it is Saturday, December 11th, 2:40 p.m. and my apologies for the vertical video, but I'm carrying a big plastic bag full of mail. 3 orders going out for eBay, an envelope that arrived at my place that's not addressed to me or anybody else that should be there. It's marked return to sender, and I got something for my daughter, so I put it in another envelope, and it's going off to Oregon to her. So yeah, there's just no way I can. I know me. If I try to shoot normal horizontal video with the iPhone carrying this bag, I'll probably end up dropping my damn phone. So vertical it is. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, I got that party today. I still need to text the guy that hired me and get an actual address. Like, I know it's more or less 100th Street in Shea, which is enough for me to, coordinate transportation and kind of plan on how long it's going to take me to get there and whatnot. But yeah, it's coming to that time where I need to know the exact address. So yeah, obviously I'm headed down to the post office to ship off my orders, which has me completely caught up on eBay shipping, so that's a good thing. After that, either walking or taking the bus, most likely taking the bus to Dan Van Buren over to my storage at U-Store. And then I need to start organizing what exactly I need to bring with me today. I'm debating as to whether or not I want to bring a subwoofer tonight. I mean, they've certainly paid me enough to justify it, but the question is it worth the extra space it's going to take up in Ruth's vehicle? I'm thinking, honestly, probably not. My Samson, wow, I totally forgot what brand name they are. My Samson speakers are not really lacking in bass, so should be adequate for a house party. So yeah, I think all I'm gonna need to do is bring the Samsons, make sure I've got power cords for them, and make sure I got enough long XLR cables to get them where they need to go, and then also the tripod stands for the speakers. With that, I should be good. I'll bring a couple of extra grounded extension cords, just because I never know, in a stranger's house, how conveniently available power outlets are going to be. Yeah, but I feel pretty much ready. Haven't really had a lot of conversation with VJ about music, which is kind of an odd thing. And honestly, I'm not even sure what my ratio is going to be of karaoke to me just DJing. I really have no idea. To be honest, of all the gigs I've booked, it's been a long time since I've gone into something like this with as little knowledge of what the demographics of the crowd are going to be, where I'm going, where my focus is going to be musically, and how much I'm doing of, say, DJing versus karaoke. So just kind of flying by the seat of my pants on this one. And as frighteningly misinformed as that makes me sound, I'm pretty confident that I'll be all right. I mean, I've got a really well-rounded music library. Thanks to Assurance Wireless, I know I will have internet. I know I'll have plenty fast internet to run, whether they've got Wi-Fi there or not. And the odds of me being able to get on a Cox hotspot in North Scottsdale are pretty good as well. So there's that. So yeah, I mean, if there's anything somebody really wants to hear or sing that I don't have, I should be able to pull it on the fly without a problem. But yeah, you know, every time I do something like this, I usually try to, you know, hit them up for a little bit of like, hey, send, you know, shoot me an email. I asked for an email. That stuff's always better done in email than text. But yeah, just shoot me an email. Hit me up with like a list of, you know, if there's some specific songs you're wanting to hear, or artists, you know, hit me a list of that so I know where you all want to be musically, and you know, if somebody's wanting to sing something, and then I'll always, you know, send a link to my page on songbookdb.com. And anyway, I texted him back. It was yesterday or the day before, just kind of double checking just to make sure that we were definitely on, and just kind of like, hey, I you know, I haven't heard back from you regarding music. You know, did you get a chance to browse over my website? And he's like, yeah, we're on tomorrow, no problem. And then he also said that he did browse the site, and we're good. So, which I think is, you know, if he honestly did browse the site, I would imagine he's pretty convinced that we're good. Because I mean, I know where I am, you know, as far as karaoke song library, and you know, and what's listed on SongbookDB, and just rings laps around my competition as far as, you know, what I have to offer listed there. But the reality of that is, most people that I send that link to don't really take the time to go through it. I mean, they might click it and see the front page and then not really understand what's going on with that and just be done. I mean, for the first time I ever saw SongbookDB, it was actually at a show that was run by Paradigm Karaoke at the at George and Dragon in Central Phoenix. And now they weren't directing people to browse it on their phone, although it was clear that was an option. But they actually had 2 laptops set up that they were using as song request kiosks, and they were using the functionality of sending songs, which SongbookDB has. I've had that disabled always, but it's something SongbookDB does. And they were using kiosk mode, which allows people to send in song requests without being logged in from a computer or device that's logged in on a special username called kiosk. That's like a special kiosk mode that allows anybody to sign up, as opposed to like with SongbookDB, if you're logged in personally, it'll automatically put your name in as the person who's requesting to sing, you know, if you've got it enabled to send songs like that. And which I've honestly been thinking about doing, just for my regulars that are logged in and do take the effort to use it. But anyway, as much as I prefer little scraps of paper, anyway, yeah, when I first got on it, that's how they had it set up. And I don't recall ever seeing anybody else at the show. Occasionally I see somebody do it, but very rarely did I notice anybody actually making the effort to go to their SongbookDB page and browse the songs that were available from their own mobile phones. Usually everybody just kind of walked up to the why is my phone beeping? I walk up to my, sorry, I'm damn shoe is untied. So let me situate this here. A lovely view of those apartments over there. I hope this is. Somebody's stopping to retie my shoes a lot these days. It's kind of frustrating. Okay, that was fun. You know, I'm just realizing this is the first time out of 3 times that I've not been massively pressed for time trying to get to the post office before it closes, and so I'm not trying to do a mixture of brisk walking and jogging. It's kind of nice to be walking down the street at a leisurely pace. Yeah, like I feel like I'm in pretty good shape, but then every time I try to do this at a jog, I realize that, yeah, got a ways to go. Just even to be in the shape that I was in 2 years ago and still working full-time as a juicer. But I do feel like I've gotten physically in notably better shape in the last 2 months that I've been without my car, just from all the walking. So that's as frustrated as I am about the car situation, that is a definite plus. Wow, and it just occurred to me that I'm hearing touch tones, like real faint touch tones, and there's just absolutely no way that they're coming from my iPhone with a video recording up like this. So I need to take another little pause right here and check the 2 Obama phones in my pocket to make sure they're not randomly dialing people, and they're still locked. That one is. Give y'all a lovely view of 48th Street, and that one is. All right, don't know what to think of that. Very odd. Yeah, both of those are supposed to have. They've got unlock buttons on the side, in a configuration that drives me nuts. I mean, this is a minor thing, but things like this in tech, like it's my understanding the Model T has the pedals configured and used in such a way that is very different from the way cars have been for, you know, the last 90 years. But pretty much every car made since the 1940s has had the brake as a wide pedal, or at least a pedal in the middle, and the accelerator as a pedal on the right. I want to say accelerator, not gas pedal, since there's numerous electric cars, and even in electric cars, they've kept that accelerator on the right. Always cracks me up when somebody is asking how to use an electric scooter, and they're like, okay, which one of these is the gas? It's electric, dude. There is no gas. And somewhere on YouTube I saw a video of a woman pulling up to a gas station trying to put gas in a Tesla. I don't know if that was staged or not, but funny nonetheless. Anyway, accelerator pedal on the right, and if there's a manual transmission, a clutch on the left. And I've thrown out the analogy many times to people that with the way smartphones are constantly rearranging where things are located in the OS and in, you know, custom modifications to the OS, and in physical buttons on the devices, it would be akin to car manufacturers of certain brands in certain years deciding, hey, let's put the accelerator on the left. Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, let's put that, let's get rid of the accelerator on the floor and let's put that in the center console. So you just kind of squeeze it to accelerate instead of one of those pedals. Those pedals are outdated. I mean, if auto manufacturers started doing that, it would just be insanity. You'd have a bunch of cars people can't drive. I mean, as it is, other controls in a car are often difficult to find in a vehicle that is unfamiliar to you, such as, say, your windshield wipers, your headlights. Generally speaking, turn signals are always in the same place, but other things, and especially any kind of heater, climate controls, other devices. Like I mentioned last night, my friend Kennedy gave me a ride with my stuff from Bullock's to home, and she just got a new vehicle. When I met her, she was driving a rather nice SUV. It was older, but it was still really, really nice. And she told me that one of the reasons she hasn't seen me in so long is that somebody stole it, and the police have given her no leads. And of course, she had no insurance on it. She said that the vehicle was finally paid off. I guess she probably financed the thing, but she said that, yeah, she had just not that long ago finally paid the thing off, and that it was, all hers, and it was running great, and just how just upset she was that somebody could just, steal something like that from her. And of course, I'm sure she was running with, just at that point, just minimal liability insurance. So anyway, definitely no insurance to cover the vehicle being stolen. And she said that police haven't turned up anything on it. So, I mean, man, my heart goes out to her. That's absolutely awful. And I really want to believe that there's a special extra torturous layer of hell for people who steal things from people who really need those things, people who are struggling. I mean, by most at least American definitions, Kennedy definitely falls into the category of poor. I mean, she's nothing like, people that I get on my videos all the time that are, that are homeless. But I mean, there's nothing particular fancy about the little one-bedroom apartment she lives in. And so, I mean, it's a real game changer for her to finally have a paid off vehicle. So to have that stolen from her, she's not in the income level where it's like, oh, no big deal, just go get another one, la la la. So yeah, she said she was without a vehicle for a while. So yeah, I definitely felt my pain of being without for a couple of months. But anyway, she said she had just got a new job. Pretty cool new job. I'm pretty excited for her for that. But so she just got a pretty good new job, and since getting that, she was able to finance, I don't think it's a brand new car, but a newish used car, and I don't remember what it was, but I do know this: when we got in the car, the dashboard just started, like there was this touch screen in the middle of the dashboard, and it just started talking to us as she's trying to get on the freeway. Because I mean, when you come out of Bullock, so the I-17 is right there, like you're almost immediately on the freeway. And I do get annoyed, like at other drivers when I'm driving, that seem to be focusing on anything other than driving. Like put your phone down, quit playing with whatever the fuck you're playing with. Now's not time to put on your makeup. Pay attention to the driving. Accelerate. Don't stay in your lane, please. And that's something that's always a big deal to me, like as a passenger, when I see a driver that's focusing on anything but the road, makes me nervous as hell. As I mentioned in my hell ride a little over a week ago with Clara, and I haven't spoke to her since. Like, I think at one point in time she tried to call me, and I haven't returned the call. If she had sent me a text, I would return the text, but I don't really feel like talking to that woman on the telephone. I mean, and I'm sure she had nothing but good intentions for me, and I'm sure, and I appreciate, in spite of the 2-hour panic attack that ensued, I do appreciate the ride and things that I got done that day. I don't know, I probably would have gotten just as much done on the bus if I'm honest, but, she certainly did try, and had Beth not closed the office at Pack and Store early. And Bethany did tell me that she left a note for me in the door. I didn't see it. And that's another one. Someone was like, really? You got me playing hide and seek for a note that I don't even know is there in the door? Like, you've got my phone number. Why didn't you send me a text message? Come on now. I mean, I didn't say that to her, but, that's kind of like my thought process on that. You know, why stick a paper note that I'm probably not going to see somewhere, when you could have just shot me a text that said, hey Dan, got to run up to the post office, I'll be right back. You know, then I would have known to wait for her. But I didn't know to wait for her when I got there. Last week, I want to say that was, Thursday of last, not, 2 days ago Thursday, but Thursday the week before, December 2nd, I think it was. So anyway, back to drivers and not focusing on the road. Like there was a good 2 miles as we're going down Bethany. Mind you, going down Bethany at really erratic speeds, like rapidly accelerating and then rapidly slowing down and weaving in and out of other cars, which that alone is just insanity to me. I'm one of those pick a lane, stay in it, and flow with traffic kind of guys. If traffic slows down, slow down. Let's everybody just arrive safely. Don't pass on the right. Don't tailgate. She's doing all those things. And as if that wasn't enough, and this was making me super apprehensive. And on top of that, I think it's after she turned on the Godsmack with the god-awful equalization curve that was abrasive to my ears. She decided that she needed to get her makeup. Like, can't you do that when we get to our destination? Why? Like, you're driving a 6-speed. Like, all your focus needs to be on driving the 6-speed. And so she's asked me. She's all like reaching around the car, reaching in different bags and shit, as she's crazily driving the 6-speed, trying to find makeup, I guess, like her compact or whatever. Yeah, that kind of shit can wait till you get to your destination. God damn. So anyway, back to Kennedy's new car. As we're getting on the I-17 freeway, the dashboard just starts like talking to her. And so she's fidgeting with all the buttons and the knobs and shit on that. Meanwhile, we're entering the freeway at about 30 miles per hour, 28 miles per hour. And a freeway that I think the speed limit at that point might be 55, but I assure you, like, everybody's going between 65 and 70, maybe 75 traffic. And there's people, riding on our ass as well. That she's, and as they probably should be if she was doing under 30. And I'm just thinking to myself, holy fuck, whatever your dashboard has to say, not important. Pedal on the right, on the floor, hit it, match speed, drive. Nothing coming out of those speakers is as important as you safely matching with traffic right now. Holy shit. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't like being a passenger. I really don't. I'm a lot more comfortable being behind the wheel. Anyway, though, I mean, no hate on that. And again, that kind of boils down to, unfamiliar controls in a vehicle. And where I got on this tangent was unfamiliar controls on smartphones and my 2 Obama phones. So both of them have 3 buttons on the right side of the phone, towards the top, in essentially the same positions. 3 phones, which perform the functions of volume up, volume down, and lock unlock. But for whatever reason, the UMX phone has the unlock at the top, and then the next 2 buttons beneath it are the volume up and volume down, which to me seems to be the normal layout. I feel like I've had other phones that have had that exact same layout. It's been a long time since it seems like my Samsung Galaxy devices had the exact same layout on them. It's intuitive. If nothing else, it's something I'm accustomed to. Well, for whatever reason, the new, or NUU, I wonder which is correct, to call it new or NUU. At least when I say NUU, I'm not confusing it with something that I've recently acquired or was recently produced, which is what new means. Anyway, with that phone, the volume up and down is the 2 buttons on the top, and the button below it is the unlock. And And that drives me crazy, because not only is it just like awkward for me, but since I'm using both phones pretty much equal amounts at this point, yeah, like I'm a muscle memory kind of guy. I just kind of get in a habit of just doing stuff, and then I do it via muscle memory. And with two devices that I'm regularly using that has things inverse like that, it's annoying and awkward, to say the least. And yeah, granted, that's kind of a first world problem, but it is a very, it's just like my shoe being untied. It is a very legit problem that is something I find pretty bothersome. So, and I wish all mobile smartphone manufacturers could come together on the location of those. Meanwhile, I never get confused with my iPhone, and it has the unlock button on the upper right hand side. So it's, you know, it's a button on the upper right hand side. That's kind of the same position as the UMX, but it has the volume up and down on the left side. So I don't know, I find that intuitive as well. There's something about how the NUU has them reversed, just fucks with my head. Anyway, yeah, 26 minutes, and I don't know if I've really covered anything of substance, but thank you all for coming along with the walk with me to the post office. That was fun. Yeah, probably won't have too many more vlogs today, because I'm going to be busy DJing the party and being a passenger with Ruth. I don't think I've ever rolled video when I'm a passenger with anybody else. And if anything, these vlogs are a testament to how much time I spend alone, which is actually not something I'm bothered by. I like being alone. It just is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching, and there will be more.